So rounded feet, arms at your side, shoulders down, and we're gonna start from the neck and we're gonna work our way down. So we're gonna take that neck down, tuck the chin in, and then gaze up. Tuck the chin in, gaze down, lift the chin, gaze up. Good, so keep doing that there. Down and gaze up and move through that neck. You're gonna do that a couple more times. Good, 2 more times, down and up. 1 more time. Lift and gaze up, and now tuck your chin down. And from here, we're gonna rotate over, gaze over the right shoulder. Rotate down, around, and gaze over the left. So now we're gonna do that little rotation of that neck. Down, gaze over the right, down, round, and gaze over the left. Good, 1 more time to each side, down, around, and 1 more time, down, around to the left. And now bring it back down center and lift straight up. Now take your shoulders, lift them up, and press them down. Lift them up, and press them down. Good, 2 more times, and you're keeping those feet grounded. 1 more time. Now we're gonna take some shoulder rolls, so we're gonna come up, back, and down, and then a little bit forward. Up, back, down, and then relaxed. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. 2 more times, and we're gonna keep that down position, but really keep it engaged. So when we come up, back, down, stay here. Try to keep it in that position, and now take those arms, we're gonna lift them up just to shoulder height, and we're gonna come back down. Lift up just to shoulder height, and back down. So we wanna move through those shoulders. We're gonna do that 2 more times right here, and then we're gonna change that position 1 more time. Good, lower down, now rotate the palms so they face out, pinky fingers on those legs. Circle all the way up, wherever you can go. Again, keeping straight arms, so if you can't keep straight arms to come all the way up with the hands together, then you're going to only come where you can go. Don't come up and then try to bend to bring the hands together, so really let me. Good. Natural breathing, just whatever's comfortable for you right now. Good, 2 more times. Now we're gonna come up and bring the hands behind the ears right here. Open. We're gonna bring the elbows together, tuck in. Open and press back. So now we're gonna really kind of have that neck moving, the shoulders moving, back, open chest. You're gonna do that a couple more times. Good, let's do 2 more. 1 more time, and now we're gonna open and hold. We're gonna keep the hands here, and now we're gonna move through the hips, hinging forward, flat back, really press those elbows up and back, and then rise up and go nice and slow. You feel all that stretching down behind the legs, and back up. Good, keep those feet grounded as you do that. You're also gonna feel the postural muscles nice and strong as you hold those hands up and press those elbows back. Good, 2 more times just like this. 1 more time. Lift up, we're gonna circle the arms down and bring them onto the hips. We're gonna shift our weight into our left and bring that right knee up, and then tap that left heel down. So we wanna move through that hip. Up and down. Good, feel that hip flexor gently moving while you start to work on that balance. So ground that left foot. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 more time, we're gonna start to place that foot back down. Shift the weight into the right, lift the knee up first, flex the foot, tap that heel, bring it up. Tap that heel, bring it up. Gaze straight forward, hold your balance. You're gonna do that 2 more times, gently moving through that hip. Hold that balance 1 more time. Good, bring both of those feet flat, press into the floor, lift up onto your toes, and lower down. Now we wanna move through the ankle. We have that hip Okay, the knee moving with that knee lift, and now ankles getting that movement as we rise up gently onto our toes. Good, we're going to do that 2 more times. 1 more time, and now keep the feet flat and lift 1 foot the toes, put it down, lift the other toes, and alternate right there after that. Good, nice little lift. And lift, good, feel that ankle really bringing those toes up. Keep everything else in the upper body steady so that just that ankle is trying to lift that foot up. 2 more on each side. 1 more on each side. And now we're going to go through a little rock and roll, coming up to our heels, up to our toes, lifting the heels, and then lift the toes, both of them. So a little harder to lift both without trying to rock the hips back. So start to gently go through that movement and feel it out. All right, 2 more times. 1 more time. Good. Bring the feet flat, and we're going to grab that band. And I'm going to have you fold it actually in half. So if you have a longer band, take that band and fold it in half, and we want it to feel nice and taut like this, okay? Feet are going to be flat and grounded, and with that tautness, we're going to work that shoulder mobility, so we're going to engage our core, pull that belly in, lift those arms up, see where they can go, keeping it straight, and come back down. And we want to make sure that as we rise up, we're not trying to arch back, so you've got to keep your hips back. If you can only rise up to a particular spot without trying to arch or bend the elbows, then that's where you stop. And then come back down and into the legs. Good, keep those feet grounded. So we're in a couple more, we're going to start to add a knee bend as we rise those arms up. So let's do 2 more here as we rise. 1 more time. Good. Now, on the next one, we're going to start to rise the arms, and as we do, we're shifting the hips back and bending. Start small and come back up, so it doesn't have to be a big move as we start. You can get deeper into it as you move through it. So rise, bend, and hinge those hips forward. We're going to go 1 more time, moving. And now we're going to come into that position and see where you can hold it. Round those feet, lift those arms, reach them out and away. Breathe, hips are back. Inhale, exhale. Make sure that you're breathing through that pose and that hold. Feel that strength for 4, 3, 2, and rise up. Good. Relax for a moment. Put your feet all the way together. And we'll wind up doing that again. We're going to go into a secondary move and hold. We're going to come on up with those arms. Now we're reaching them up as high as they can, and we're going to go into a side-to-side bend. As you come over with the arms, push the hips in the opposing direction. Good. All right, 1 more time to the other side. And now let's settle into a hold right here. Lift the arms up, push the hip in the opposite direction, hold the belly in, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Hold on to it for 4, 3, 2, come back to the center and gently lower down and relax. Good. Okay, feeling that energy, I'm sure. Take those feet hip to shoulder width apart. We're going to go back to just a couple shoulder raises, and then we're going to add that bend into it, and we're going to go back to a second hold. Trying to get a little deeper into that pose this time. Really tug on that band so that both arms are moving together. 1 more time. And now let's add that bend with it and see if we can get deeper into that movement. Bend and rise and come on up. Watch those knees, make sure they're not trying to come together. So we pull back kissing. We want to make sure that the knees do not try to kiss each other. So really let them come out and away from each other. Good. You're going to do a couple more just like that. Let's do 2 more, and then we'll settle into whatever hold you can, maybe deeper if possible. 1 more with the move. All right, and now let's settle into a hold. Lift, hold, breathe, feet grounded, arms up, and extended and lengthened out. Inhale and exhale, breathe through it for 4, 3, 2, and rise up and relax. Good. Okay, bring the feet together. Inhale, exhale. Good. Catch that breath and bring those arms up. And let's go back to, let's start this way. And we're going to take it side to side. Feet all the way together as you take that band side to side. Good. Keep those arms still. You're not trying to move the arms. You're trying to keep the arms right where they are and shift the body and hips to get that movement in. Feel the energy. Breathe. Good. 1 more time. And now let's settle into a hold on the other side. Right here, lift those arms up and away. Push the hip to the opposing side from where those arms are reaching. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Make sure the arms aren't here. Hold back with that top arm to really lengthen it over the other one. Breathe for 4, 3, 2. Come back to the center and lower down. Good. You feel that energy. Go ahead and put that band down. All right, we're going to place our hands on the hips to start. We're going to take our right foot, point it in front of your mat, and we're going to take a circle around to the back of the mat and then back to the front. Circle and come back to the front. Circle and come back to the front. So you've got to balance on that opposing leg. You want to lengthen out the one that's moving and get some rotation through that hip. We're going to do that 2 more times. 1 more time. Come around to the front and we're going to cross that leg over here. Inhale, exhale, breathe. We're going to lift those arms up and place them together. Release the index fingers. Squeeze the arms to the side of the head. Lengthen and lift. Good. Really feel that energy right there. For 4, for 3, for 2, let's take those arms down and into prayer. And we're going to slide that foot up wherever you can. Maybe it's down low. Maybe you can come up higher and press that knee out and hold there. Push those hands together so you have some energy in that upper body. Breathe and try to have a nice, strong, and standing leg. Breathe. Good. And gently allow that foot to come back down to the floor, hands on the hips. Point that left foot, bring it to the front of the mat, and let's do that sequence on the other side as we rotate through the hip. Get that hip movement, stand up nice and tall, pull that belly in, circle to the back, circle to the front, and that standing leg has to hold you strong and work that balance. Good. 2 more times. Back to the front. 1 more, and as we circle around, we're going to cross over. We're going to lift those arms up and together. Release the index finger and squeeze the inside of those arms right into the head as we lengthen up and just hold. Really pull all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, and breathe. For 4, 3, 2, release, bring those hands together in prayer. Take that leg again. You're going to decide where on that leg you can go. If you need to assist it up, you can. Press it back, and then bring the hands back together. Push. Have a little force in those hands. Press that foot against that leg. Pull that knee back, and hold that strong standing leg, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. For 4, 3, feel that balance. For 2, and release. All right, we're going to do that 1 more time. We're going to make it We're gonna make it a little bit stronger if you can on that second one. Let's start with those hip circles. Good, hopefully you feel a little more mobile in that hip. Trying to really loosen that hip up, get a little bit of mobility in that right side while you hold that balance on that left. 2 more times. 1 more time. We're gonna come around, cross over, lift the arms up. Release the index finger, lengthen, squeeze the inside of the arms right on and into that head. Good. Really bring that finger up towards the ceiling, pull that belly in, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen for 4, 3, 2, bring those hands together, slide that leg up, right here, hold, breathe, and then I'm gonna give you something a little harder in the moment. If you can take it, if not, you'll stay right here and work that balance. If you can, you'll cross that leg over here and start to take a little bit of a bend and come on up. If not, you stay right here in this stance. Get used to that. Right here if you can, adding a little bit of that movement in there. Good, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, release out of it. And when it comes to the other side, feet together, hands on the hip. Left foot, point it, and circle it around. Stay strong and balanced with that right leg. Hold the belly in, make sure everything's lifting up to the ceiling, don't sink down to the floor. Good, nice long leg, 2 more times. Good, 1 more time. Come around and cross over. Get your balance and lift the arms up, release the index finger, lengthen up to the ceiling, squeeze the inside of the arms against that head, hold the belly in and really lengthen everything up to that ceiling. Keep reaching for 4, 3, 2, and release. Bring those hands together in front again. Slide that foot up where you can. Assist it if you need to. Push the knee back, settle into this hold. And then again, I'll make it a little more challenging. And with movement if you can. If not, you'll be staying right here and focus on getting that balance on that leg. Good. Push those hands together a little bit. Get some energy in those hands. And then again, if you want to make it more challenging, cross it over and start to bend through it very, very slowly. Otherwise, stay in that hold with the foot on the inside of the leg, and you got to get used to that strong balance on that single leg. Good, wherever you are, for 4, 3, 2, and come out of it. All right, great. We're going to rotate on our mats. Take your right foot in front and your left foot straight behind so that both feet are facing in the same direction. Arms are going to be at your side. So wherever you're at, the right foot is in front, and we're going to lift and lengthen those arms up and lower down. Just keep gazing forward for now. We'll start to take a little bit of an arch back if we can, but not yet. We're just going to move those arms up first. Breathe. You're going to go 2 more times here. Good. Work on that lengthening. 1 more time here. All right, now we're going to bring those hands together. We're going to take the pinky fingers close to the leg, slide down, keeping everything straight. Wherever you feel you can go, slide that pinky finger up that leg, lift and follow those hands up into a slight arch, not too much, gaze at those hands, lower back down, you're following those hands, come down that leg, rise up that leg, lift and follow those hands up, gazing up into a slight arch. Come back down. Follow down that leg. Rise up. Lift. Follow the hands up into a slight arch. We're going to move that 1 more time, and then we're going to hold. So we're going to slide down. We're going to slide up. We're going to lift, gaze, and we're going to hold right here as we gaze at those hands. Lengthen them up to the ceiling. See if you can pull them back a little bit more. Find where it is that you can comfortably go. If gazing up is too much, gaze forward and hold a straight body. For 4, keep breathing. For 3, 2, and now come down just halfway so the arms are at shoulder length. Now we're going to take that left hand and we're going to follow it into a rotation and then follow it back. Good. Follow it into a rotation. Keep the feet staying right where they are. You don't want to rotate that back foot. You want to just keep it where it is for now. Good. Rotate and follow. 2 more times. Good on this one. Hold it here. Take that back foot and rotate it just a little bit. Rotate it just a little. So instead of it being straight, it's just going to come back here a little bit. Okay, now from here we're going to windmill, gaze, and come back up. Windmill, gaze up, and come back down. Good. You're up, and then windmill, gaze up at that hand, and back down. 2 more times. Windmill, arms are really extended and lengthened. And now on the next one, give me a little pause here. Gaze at that hand. If you could slide down a little bit more, go for it. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Lift, rise up, circle back, rotate that foot, and step it in. We're going to do that on the other side, okay? So I'm just going to face this way. Left foot is going to be in front, and go ahead and take those hands here. Now we're in an upright position. We're going to start just how we did on the other side, with the left foot in front now. Both of those feet pointing the same direction, and those arms are moving up. We're not moving that upper body just yet. Two more times. One more time. And we're going to place those hands together, finger to finger. Pinky finger travels down the legs wherever it is you can go. You don't have to touch with the pinky finger, but you keep it close. Travel up. Follow that hand up into a slight arch. Lower back down. Slide down that leg. Slide up. Follow up. Come back down 2 more times just like that. Follow down. Follow up and gaze. One more time, and then we're going to hold it up. Travel down. Keep pressing those feet into the floor. Ground them. Lift, follow, and hold. So you can get deeper into it once you're there, but only where you feel comfortable, secure, and you're able to hold it. And breathe. Inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2, and come back down. Arms are going to be centered right shoulders, right in front of the shoulders. Feet stay right where they are. Do not rotate anything. Both feet pointing forward. Take that right hand, follow it to the back. Gaze at the hand, and then rotate it back to that other hand. Open and follow. And travel back. Good. Follow that hand all the way, gazing at it. Pause, and then return. Follow, gaze, and return. Good. One more. We're going to take it back. And on the next one, we're going to hold it there. So open it up. Gaze at that hand. Now rotate that back foot just slightly out to where you feel comfortable right here, coming into that windmill. Gaze up at that hand and then lift back up. Feet aren't going to do anything here. You're keeping them in position, but those arms are staying long. We're taking that nice rotation into that hinge down. Gaze up at that hand. Come back up. Really press that arm that's up. Press it back. Let's do that 2 more times, and then we take a hold. All right, on the next one, hold it right here. Gaze up at the hand. If you can drop down a little lower, go for it. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Gotta keep gazing up for 4, 3, 2, lift, windmill. Bring that hand forward and step it in. Good, and relax. We're going to grab that band again. And we're going to finish up our standing sequence, okay? All right, so we're going to start holding in half again because I want it to be nice and strong. And we're going to take the right leg and we're going to pull it in. Yeah, so it's going to be, yeah, you got to get that leg up there. And then I want you to lower down, bring the arms up, and keep working on this first, okay? Hug in, lower down. Right there on the floor in that band. Pull, up and pull, and then release down and extend, right? Okay, so keep working on that, give me a few more, and then we're gonna come into a hold for that. Pull. As you get more confident with this, you can give it more of a tug. All right, on the next one, let's settle into a hold, and I'm going to come sideways so you can see me because we're going to go into a different movement from here. Hold and breathe. So you're using your upper body strength to pull in. So you should feel that strength right there. Now you can either continue with the movement here, or watch me as we extend the leg back and the arms out in front, and then return back without putting that foot down. Okay, so again, you can go back to another round here, or if you want more challenging, you can do small, or you can work on getting bigger and longer. And pull it in. And extend it out or lower it straight down. Just focus on the balance. Don't worry about what the foot in that back leg is doing. If you are comfortable pointing or flexing it, you absolutely can, or you can just keep it relaxed for now. Good. All right, now we're going to stay back in this hold, right here nice and strong, and you can either stay here or extend it out and give me your hold right here. So either stay in that first pose or give me that second one. So again, that's up to you. If you want to make it a little bit stronger, and let's flex that back foot once we are in that hold. Breathe for 4, for 3, for 2, and release whichever pose you are at. Okay, relax. We're gonna go to that other leg, and again, we're just gonna start with pulling in, and then releasing down. That's it, just start there. Pull in and release down. So we gotta start here, work on getting that balance, work on getting that flexibility. Use that band to help you. Breathe through it, so you're inhaling and exhaling, whatever feels natural to you right now. You can get, if you want to really work your breath with the stretch, you inhale and exhale as you go, okay? We're going to do a couple more just like that. But use that upper body strength. And now let's settle into our holds here. So pull and hold, and again, I'm going to come to the side. Just stay here in the hold. Use your upper body strength. So pull that leg in. Inhale, exhale, breathe while you're holding. And then again, we're going to go back to movement, and you're going to either go to the same thing, or you're going to make it more challenging, and you're going to extend the arms and legs in opposing directions as you inch forward, and come back into that pull. So again, back to that first exercise, coming straight down, or making it more challenging by coming into those extensions on one leg. Nice and slow, nice and controlled, and again, don't worry about what the foot is doing right now, because there's a lot that you need to focus on for that balance and those extensions. Good. Just make sure you're breathing. feels natural through the movement. Good, a couple more, and we're gonna come back to the hold. The hold is gonna either be here, or it's gonna be in that extended state. So settle into either your hold here, or if you wanna make that hold more challenging, go ahead and extend it out, and once you get into a solid pose, you can flex that back foot. Make sure you get into that position first, and then start to flex it, lead out through the heel, really reach in opposing directions. Hold, hold, hold for 4, 3, 2, and let's release that. Good job. Okay, we're gonna bring it to the floor, okay? Make sure your band and your block are close to you. We're not going to use it just yet, but we will in a moment. All right, so let's just gently come down, nice and easy. Make sure our head's on the floor. We're going to bring our pinky fingers on the floor so our thumbs are going to be up. Our feet are going to be grounded in this position. And we're gonna bring both of those arms back, and we're gonna get the thumbs as close to the floor as we can. May not be all the way, wherever your shoulders can go, and bring those pinky fingers back. So let's really get some movement and opening through the shoulders from this lying down position, which sometimes we can work a little bit better when our bodies are supported on the floor. Inhale, exhale, breathe. So we can kind of inhale as we bring the pinky fingers down. Exhale as we lengthen back behind us. Good. A couple more. One more time. Let's just hold it back there, keeping the thumbs off the floor, but really reaching, reaching, reaching. Don't let the back come off the floor, so you've got to have a little bit of engagement in that center. For 4, keep reaching. For 3, 2, and lower down. Now rotate the palms up so the pinky fingers are right at your side, and give me a circle, but you're not touching the floor, but you're staying close to the floor. So circle those arms with the palms up, so the thumbs kind of come together here, and the pinky fingers come to the side of the body, but underneath. Good. All right, so we're going to add to this now. As we circle down, we're going to interlock and lift the bottom up. Really take a little bit of a stretch here in that bridge. Open up those hip flexors. Now start to separate the fingers, lower down, and go back to that circle. So this is your movement here. As you lift, you engage, you interlock, you lift, you open up the hip flexors, and then we come back down. Good. Circle and lift, interlock, and hold for just a moment, but then we're going back to that movement. We will eventually hold it there for a little bit longer. Good, circle and lower, lift, circle and come under. And for our final one, we're gonna circle back, lift, and we're gonna hold right here. Now start to walk those shoulders down, get them a little bit further. Lift the hands off the floor, reach them towards the feet. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight, because the tighter you squeeze them, the higher those hips will come. And just hold that position right there. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. For 4, for 3, for 2, and gently release. Grab that block, and we're going to put that block now right between our legs. And we're going to go into a little bit more focused bridges. But we're going to start with some pelvic tilts to really just focus on those hips moving. So put your hands on your hips, and we're going to pelvic tilt, which is rolling the hips, so you're kind of squeezing your glutes. And when you do this little pelvic tilt, also squeeze into that block, and then release. Pelvic tilt, and then squeeze into the block, feet stay flat on the floor, and then release. Pelvic tilt, squeeze into the block, and then release. 2 more times, pelvic tilt, squeeze into the block, and then release. Now on this one, pelvic tilt, squeeze into the block, hold it here. Now start to lift up into that bridge. Open up the arms on the floor with the palms up, squeeze the block, Lift, so now you have energy into the block as you're trying to hold that bridge. Inhale, exhale, breathe. For 4, for 3, for 2, and gently lower down. All right, we're gonna take that block and we're gonna put it in between the feet, just like this, so we're holding on to it. You're gonna have a 90-degree bend, so you want those knees over those hips, and we're gonna place our hands on our thighs. Now we're gonna work some flexibility and strength of those quads. Before you do anything, I want you to push your hands into your quads and your quads back into your hands. So as soon as I do that, I feel the energy in my core. Now, as I'm holding that tension there, extend your legs up and see if you can get those legs fully extended and lowered back down to that 90-degree bend. So having the block in between the feet is going to help to keep the legs separated. And energy in those quads as you extend into full extension and then back down. Feel the energy of the core while you do this. Breathe. So again, working through the flexibility right there of those quads. Getting the hamstring stretch behind as well. All right, on the next one, I want you to bring it up and hold it up. Good, just stay right there. Keep the hands on the legs on the hands. Get as much extension as you can. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Feel that energy for 4, for 3, for 2, and gently lower down. Okay, let's remove that block. Now we're gonna have those legs completely together. My feet, my legs. Arms are out to the side. We're gonna have the palms down to start. And we're gonna go for a little rotation, one side, without touching that floor, we're gonna come close. Lift, and then take it over to the other side. Good, lift, bring it over to one side. Lift, and bring it over to the other. As you come back to the other side, you're going to come all the way down to the floor with those legs. Rotate the palms up and now gaze at the hand that's away from the knees. And we're going to follow it over to the other hand. Come as close as you can. And then open back up. Follow that hand all the way and then back. Good. Keep following. And take it back, open, 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 and close. 2 more times as you close and open. 1 more time, you're going to close and then leave it back open. Good, stay here, rotate the palms down, lift those legs up, take it over to the other side. Hold, rotate the palms up, gaze at that opposing hand from where the legs are. Follow that hand over to the other one. Open up, follow, follow, follow. Good, really following that nice openness. Good, find your breath. Always making sure we're breathing. Again, just follow some natural breathing, whatever feels comfortable. Or you can also inhale and exhale with that stretch. You can inhale as you close. You can exhale, open, and breathe through that stretch and openness. Good, 2 more times. 1 more time. We're gonna open, good, rotate the palms, come back to the center, and I want you to grab your band. And now we want it to be nice and long, and we're gonna place it onto the right foot. You're gonna extend that opposing leg, and we're gonna have some little tension here. You're gonna pull the band in towards you, and then as you start to extend that leg, you're gonna come up into a full sit-up if you can. And then we're gonna lower down as we lift the leg, and we're gonna give it a pull in. We're gonna lift the entire body up. We're gonna lower down, and once you come all the way down, you pull in. So you're moving through those movements, coming up, coming down, but then getting to stretch when you're down. Lower and pull. 2 more times, coming up. If you don't want to come up, you can just stay here and do just a pull, right? One more time, coming up if you can. And now coming down, and we're gonna hold wherever you can pull. Now take both straps into the same hand of the leg that you have the strap on. The other arm is gonna open up with the palm up. We're gonna come out to the side. Go carefully and slow because we're just starting this, but we're gonna move. We're gonna come up and we're gonna switch hands and then cross over to the other side. And then come up, switch hands, and open. Good, so you're gonna go through that cross movement from one side over to the other. We're gonna find our mobility first, our movement, our stretch, our flexibility, and then we're gonna go into the holds there. Good, open. Good, let's move it one more time through both sides. And then the stretch I want you to start with is going to be same leg, same hand, and open up. Come down to where you can and then pull that strap in and see where you can get that stretch. Open everything up, make sure the other leg stays down, the other hip stays down, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. As you hold, inhale, exhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. For 4, 3, 2, come on up, gently switch it to the other side, open up that other arm. First come to where you feel you can bring that leg without rolling over, and then pull with that hand a little bit more to make it just a little bit stronger. And breathe, inhale and exhale. And come back to the center, separate one in each hand, and give me one more center stretch right here, the best one that you can. Inhale and exhale, and then release it. And now allow that leg to just come on the floor and place that foot on the other one. We're gonna start with that movement where we pull in. Again, if you can't come all the way up, you're just gonna keep pulling. Otherwise, you sit completely up with it, and you lower down. Otherwise, stay down and just pull and release, pull and release. If you can add that sit up, add that sit up. Good, nice pull, and then lift or release, and stay on the floor. Good, a couple more times before we settle down and go through that sequence of stretches on this side. Let's do 2 more. One more time, coming up or releasing, and then lower down, and hold that stretch. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Now take both straps into the same hand of the leg that we have the strap on. Open it up, just see where you can go, again, for that first stretch. It's not going to be as far as where we can take it. Let's cross it over. Good. See where that one can go. And now move through those 2, switching hands, opening up, switching hands and crossing over. The body shouldn't be rotating, but that opposing arm can open up as you switch. Good. Open up the fingers from that gripping, right? We have to grip that band, so we want to really open up the fingers when we get to release it into the other hand. So open and move. And just keep finding where you can go through the movement, and then the hold, we're going to try to get as strong as we can. Good, let's go 2 more on the moves, and then we'll settle into the hold, same arm. Not yet, do 1 more, opening and crossing. Good, now let's settle into the hold as we take it to the same hand of the leg that has the strap. Open up to wherever you can go, and then give it an extra pull with the strength of your upper body. You have to have some nice upper body strength to really help guide that stretch along. Make sure the opposite leg is down on the floor, the hip is down, the glute is down. You're not rolling off of that side. Inhale, exhale, and breathe. 4, for 3, for 2, and bring it up, cross it over to the other side again. First, see where it is you can go without lifting or rotating through that opposing side. Once you get to where you can hold, give it an extra pull with the strength of your upper body, and breathe. Inhale, exhale, make sure that other arm is all the way down on that floor. Opposing shoulder stays down. Inhale, exhale, and breathe. For 4, for 3, for 2, and come back up, separate the hands and pull it in. Feel that stretch. Breathe. Maybe stronger than where we were in the beginning now. Really use that upper body strength. For 4, for 3, for 2, and last one. Beautiful. Okay. Let's gently rotate, and we're going to come into our face down series, and we're going to start in our child's pose. So we're going to open up our knees, but our feet are going to be a little closer together, and we're going to sit our hips back. And we're going to move through 2 different things here, so just find that first. And then you're going to gaze at me to just see where the movement's going to happen. We're going to come down onto our belly, lift your legs up and reach forward into what we call a Superman, balancing on the belly, pull back, and then sit back into that child's pose. So when you're ready, you're going to move through that, coming down on your belly, lifting the legs, reach forward into Superman, hold there a moment, pull back, press up, and then sit back into that child's pose. Good. Come down onto that belly, lift the legs, reach forward, pull back, press up. Good. Couple more times. We're gonna continue with this into your Superman. Pull back, press up, take a moment in that child's pose, forehead towards the floor, arms extended in front. Reach forward into your Superman. Pull back. Good. All right, we're gonna one more time go into that Superman. And then once you come up from it, hold that child's pose for a moment, and then lift up and grab your block. And the block is gonna go underneath your forehead in that child's pose position. And then once you're there, take your right hand, slide it underneath with the palm up. And then from here, we're going to take our hand out. We're going to take our face off the block, gaze at that hand, and then slide it under, put the side of the head on the block, gaze at that hand, and then bring it out, rotate, reach, only wherever you can go, and then again, side of the head on the block. Take a pause there, reach, and then slide back under. Good. 2 more times. Reach, slide under, side of the face on the block, and then 1 more time. And now hold this position right here. Put the side of the head on the block. Reach that arm, thread it underneath. Feel the stretch. Breathe and hold. Inhale and exhale. Good. All right, now come back to the center. Hands in front, in that child's pose. Now from here, we're going to go into our full plank. Right here, full plank. And then we're going to sit back into that child's pose. Forehead comes right back to that block. Lift into that full plank. And then sit back into that child's pose. Come back into that full plank. Back into that child's pose. Forehead right on the block. 2 more times. 1 more time, give me that plank. And then child's pose, forehead on the block. Take that left arm, slide it through. Good. Side of the head on the block. This is where we start. And then when we pull that arm out, we lift the head from the block. Follow that hand out, reach, reach, reach. Slide it back underneath until the side of the head comes onto the block. You hold for a moment here, and then you take it out, and you reach, and you gaze at that hand. And now again, you're moving through that, while the other hand just stays still out in front of you. Breathe. Feel that energy, feel that movement, feel that rotation. Going to do that a couple more times, and then settle into that hold underneath the block, the side of the head on it. 2 more times with the movement. 1 more time, reaching out, and now slide it under and hold. Side of the head on the block, walk that other arm out, make sure it's nice and long, settle down into it and breathe. Inhale and exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, and now come back to your center, child's pose, forehead on the block, and from here, go back into that plank, back down into that child's pose, forehead on the block. Good, we're gonna do that 2 more times, and then we're gonna hold our plank. Good, 1 more time. Come into child's pose, but you're gonna slide that block out of the way, get your child's pose, and come up into your plank position. From here, we're gonna lift into a down dog, press those heels to the ground, come back into that plank, lift into that down dog, head comes through the arms, press the heels into the floor, keep those legs straight. You're gonna do that 2 more times, from the plank into the down dog, and then we're gonna add on. 1 more time. Good, come into that plank, and now lift into that down dog, stay right here, and now step your right foot outside of that right hand outside that mat. So it's gonna be on that floor. Really feel the energy in those hips. Come back into that down dog. And now step the left out. And then press up. Now you can continue with a plank. If you can't come out here, plank to down dog. Or you can stay here with me and step out and come back to that down dog. Good, let's do 1 more time. Press up into that down dog, come into that plank, and sit back into your child's pose. Take a little bit of a rest right there. Breathe. All right, now we're gonna come into our plank position. We're gonna come into our down dog, but now our right leg's gonna come up into a single down dog. And then we're gonna take that leg underneath and into what we call a pigeon pose. So I've lifted, brought it underneath, I'm gonna gaze up a little bit here. And from here, I'm gonna lift it back up into that single down dog. And then come back into that pigeon pose and gaze up. Good, lift. And pull it under and gaze up. Good, 2 more times. 1 more time, single leg down dog. Into that pigeon pose, and now you're gonna stay right here in that hold. Gaze up, and then I'm gonna take you into a sequence here that's gonna get you deeper into that stretch, where you may only stay here, okay? So here, or come down on the forearms. Again, if you can't come down here, you're staying up on the hands. If you can come here and you feel like you can go further, slide the hands out in front of you and place the forehead down on the floor. That's as far as we're going to take it today, so it's either in 1 of 3 of those positions. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Good, now if you're on the floor, gently slide back up into your forearms. If you're up, just stay there, because it's going to come back up with you. Press it up, gaze up, and sit back into your child's pose. Take a moment here, and then we have to do the other side. You guys are almost done. Breathe. All right, let's lift it up into our plank. Let's lift that left leg up into a single down dog, and that's going to allow us the room to come into that pigeon pose. Gaze up, see how I'm pointing my toe behind me, and then flexing it to come up into that single leg down dog. So move through that, gaze up, curl under and into that single leg down dog. Good, keep moving through that best that you can. Find your flexibility, your movement patterns. Again, it might not be as long, might not be as big, and that's okay. You're working on where it is you can go. We're going to do 2 more until we settle into that pigeon pose and find that stretch that you can come into. 1 more time right here. And then settle into your pigeon pose. Again, we're going to start here. Back foot pointed, gaze up. And then if you feel you can come deeper into it, come down into the forearms. Settle into that. And then if you feel you can come further, you extend the arms out in front of you or head to the ground. 1, 2, or 3 of those positions. Breathing while you're there. Inhale and exhale. And if you're all the way up, just stay there. We will meet you back there if you're in one of the other 2 positions. So breathe. Inhale, exhale. Feel that opening. Good. If you're all the way down, come up onto your forearms. Breathe. And then lift up right here. Push back and into your child's pose and breathe. And release. Let's come into a seated position with the feet together. And we're just going to kind of butterfly those legs a little bit right here. Go ahead, gently letting them move. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Good. Now just push them down and hold. You can open up the feet. You can place the hands there. Kind of push a little bit out. As you press down, breathe, inhale, exhale. Good. Let's extend that left leg out in front, and then we're going to take that right and cross it over. Sit up nice and tall, and we're going to place the right hand behind our back, and then take the left and hug and gaze over that right shoulder. If you want to get deeper into it, you can, instead of hug, take that elbow and bring it to the other side and push into that leg a little bit. Breathe. Good. Gently come back to the center. Extend the right leg. Cross over the left. Take that left arm, bring it behind. And then that right's going to hug and then gaze. And again, if you want to get deeper into it, you can put that elbow on that leg and press a little bit stronger. Breathe through it. Inhale, exhale. And gently come back to the center. Feet together. Good. Press down. Open up. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Good. Let's slide them out a little bit more, a little more away so it's a little more comfortable. Good. Breathe. Just think about those breaths. Good. Pull the right leg in, extend the left out to the side a little bit. Bring the hands together. Inhale, exhale. Good. And release the hands. Change the leg. Just extend the other one out. Good. Give it a little bit of lengthening. Hands together. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Whatever natural breathing feels comfortable for you. And release the hands. Come back to the center in a full crisscross now. We're going to bring those hands together, and we're going to take some deep breaths together. 5 seconds inhale through the nose, 5 second exhale out through the mouth. And when we do, we're going to think about positive energy, good vibes coming in. We're going to think about releasing anything toxic that is unwanted. So press those hands together gently, finger to finger. Close your eyes and inhale. And as you do through the nose for about 5 seconds, think about the positive energy you need to take in. Good. Hold it there for a moment and then exhale out of the mouth, releasing that negative energy. 4 more times. Inhale. Positive energy in. Exhale. Negative energy out. 3 more. Inhale. Good. Maybe find something positive that you know you need to take in and designate that breath to it. And then same, let's exhale out. Maybe something negative you know you need to release. Let's designate that breath to it. And let's do that for the next two. Inhale. Exhale, push out that negativity. One more time, inhale. And that final exhale, get all that negative energy out. Every ounce of it all the way down so you can't get that breath out anymore. Return to your natural breathing, open up your eyes, and you are all done. Namaste, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it.